Ring the alarm. Another season's dying. Whoa. Big up everyone, man. Welcome back to the Football Locker Room channel, man. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. It's funny, man. The last league game I was here for was the United one. You know what I mean? And I sung that same song, and that was what 3 games in a row without a win, 2 draws, 1 L. Um, Nah, we're on a flex of what is it, 2 wins out of 7. It's looking nasty, people. It's looking nasty. And do you know what? In past seasons, you know what? Earlier on in the season, I'll come on stream raging, you know what I mean, getting mad, cussing out the manager, cussing out the players, do you know what I mean? But it just gets to the point where I'm getting very apathetic to the situation. It's like man's just getting beat up so many times. Like, a next group of man wanna rush me. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, man's had this happen to me before. Man's still here. And what? It just gets like that, man. Obviously, yesterday Wolverhampton Wanderers 2, Arsenal 2. Disgraceful result, man. Absolute disgrace. If we lose against Spurs, we're in danger. Hey, Roblox, we're already in danger. We've been in danger. I've tried to tell people about this for how long now? I've told people about how um I've told people about how the way we attack. I've told people about this. I told people that we was too reliant on set pieces, Roblox. Do you know what I mean? I told people about this already, but I don't know. People don't want to listen. I was told the attack is gonna click. It's not gonna click. It's not gonna click. Like half the time, we don't even play players that even complement each other. And furthermore, we don't even play to a way that benefits anyone, really. Do you know what I mean? The manager isn't to blame, it's the players. We need that Julian Alvarez. What does Alvarez do? Like Roblox, please, yeah. Like I want people to let me know. Like I said, we can get into the players. We can get into the players. We can get into the performances. And we can do that. What is Alvarez gonna do? Alvarez ain't just gonna score from set pieces. Okay, how? Roblox, how? Please let me know. Big up everyone in the building. Make sure you're smashing that like and subscribe on your way in. Do you know what I mean? But I want to know how. Playing the way that Arsenal play, how the fuck do we add different players and it's going to be any different? I want to know how many players have played in that midfield as the 10 or the most advanced midfielder, whatever the hell you want to call it. We've had Eze there. We've had Odegaard there. Who else? We've had Marino there. We've had Havertz there. Who else do you want? Look at how many players we've had at centre forwards, all different types of strikers. We've had Jokeres there, we've had Jesus there, we've had Havertz there, and we've had Marino there. It's the same old shit. It's the same old shit. And big up Roblox. So listen, we can, we can, we can like, agree to disagree in it, but and I said this year, big up James, yeah, 10 times. Big up Wahaha in the building. Hey, listen, he's a busier man than me, innit? He's a busier man than me. You understand? Big up to James, but I think people just have this. I don't know. They have this false image of Alvarez, like he's some mad dribbler that's gonna skip past 2, 3, 4 man and just bang it in the bottom bin or top bins. That's not his game. He ain't no dribbler, my guy. He can carry the ball. Yeah, sure. He can carry the ball. But when all the defenders, yeah, are lined up in a line, the opposition defenders are lined up in a line, and then on the left wing you've got what Nkapie, Trossard, and I don't know Rice, and then on the right wing you got whoever our right side of number 8 or our 10 is. You got Madueke there, and then you got Timber there. Like, what do you think is gonna happen, people? What do you think Alvarez does in that situation? Every single goddamn thing that we do, every single thing that we do is in the wide areas. Alvarez is not going to do much with that. I keep telling you. People are saying Alvarez over Gyökeres. You know what? Do you know what? Yeah, you be better off playing them both together. You be playing them both together. You really would be. Because, I don't know, man. People's got this false image of Julian Alvarez. I think he's one of the better strikers in world football. But he ain't no link up man or some exquisite passer or some bad boy dribbler. That ain't him. That's not him. Do you know what I mean? Big up Wahaha saying he's busy at burying his head in the sand. Nah, nah, nah. Listen, big up James 10 times, man. Do you know what I mean? There's a busy man. And usually, um, only little free time James might have is a little bit in the morning, innit? And obviously, neither of us was able to stream in the morning. But nah, man, James is busy, but he's pissed off. Just obviously, you know what I mean? We speak of camera and that. Man's as pissed off as I am. He's probably three times more pissed off. Like I said at the start of the stream, I'm apathetic to the situation now because we just keep failing. And this plan that we have, the way that we attack, we give everyone a chance. We play life and death with most teams. It don't it don't bring you success in the long term, man. It really don't. Big up T Tate in the building. Big up yourself, man. Uh, recent IQ question. Brother, I don't know, man. Listen, bro, I don't know, man. Obviously, big up yourself, T Tate, but it's a football channel, in it. You know what I mean? It's a football channel. You get me? Um, so yeah, man, we're gonna put that to the side. But big up yourself, though. Um, big up Pop Tarts, Arsenal. Let's go, mate. Big up Mike in the building. You get me? Big up Roblox. Man. I know, man. Don't worry about that. But if we play them both together, it will be 4-2-4 formation. Yeah, something like that, or 4-4-2 probably. 4-4-2 probably. But I'm telling you, man, because even Alvarez at what do you call it, at Atletico Madrid, he plays alongside Sorloth. Like people actually forgot, but a lot of time Alvarez played alongside Haaland. Everyone seems to think that Alvarez was just this bench man and he left because of a lack of games. No, the guy played like 54 games for Man City in the treble winning season, my bro. You ain't no bit. I'm not saying that sometimes he was the backup, but other times he was playing off Haaland. Like, I know what these players are, man. If you think Alvarez is going to do any different, then I don't know, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Man, I'm parking the bus and what you think Alvarez is just going to dribble his way through the whole defense. How is he going to get the ball? What, he's going to get the ball out wide and what, go through four, five, six man? Only Messi could do that, you know. Man, I move them mad. I keep telling people, man, it's our methods. Mentality plays a part, yes. Quality plays a part, yes. It's our methods. Keep telling people we're gonna keep scapegoating. We're gonna keep scapegoating the players. But every time I watch us play, we do the same old shit. No matter who is in what position. The wide attackers, they come deep when building up, and then they have to carry the ball 30, 40 yards, beat a man, get across it. The same old, same old. Our wingers are holding the touchline. Our fullbacks are closer to the width of the goal. Hence why look at that second goal. Look at where Trossard was, and look at where Hincapié was. Same old shit, people. Same old shit. If we play them together, where would Eze go? On the left or the bench? It's a squad game. It's a squad game. Got to get out of the idea of, oh, where's this player going to play? Where's that player going to play? It's a squad game. The problem is we don't have a manager that knows how to use the squad well enough. I think he's done a bit better this season. I think he's had to do a bit better this season. But you still don't do it well enough. Don't know why Zubamendi has to start every game. I've been saying, man, get Norgard in this team. Premier League experience. He will play those switch balls. He will play those passes forward. Forget his performance. Forget his performance against Wigan. Even though it was a quality performance, it's Wigan. I watched this guy for Brentford. Into the channels, into Vissa or into Sade. Yeah. Norgard was a partially responsible for that. Get him on the pitch. But we have many wingers. I hear it. Again, do you know what's mad? None of these guys are actual wingers. I hope people know this. None of these guys are wingers. This is why I have a problem with them just holding the touchline. If anyone is a winger, it's Madueke. None of these men are wingers. They're inside forwards. Think about Saka in his best form. Remember that trio: Saka, Odegaard, Ben White. And that's not to say that Saka can't go on an overlap, but the best of Saka, he was cutting in, mate. He was receiving them underlapping passes from a Odegaard or Ben White around the fullback, and then Saka makes the underlap and run, and then he can cut in and shoot or get across. And these men are inside forwards. They're not even wingers. Eze is not a winger. He's a inverted winger. Like, these men ain't really wingers. You know what I mean? Yeah, they can play on the left, but you can't hold the touchline. This is why I'm keep telling people we're gonna get into the players in a bit because they do have to hold some smoke. But obviously, me talking about the tactics and the way they play, this is down to the manager. It's down to the manager, man. Big up Capo HD 2023 Eid. We due to bottom league Southampton. Fast forward 2026. First day Ramadan. Draw. Bottom league Wolves. Hey, listen, hey, do you know what? That's a mad omen, you know. Eid Mubarak to all of those participating. You get me? Yeah, it just seems like we just keep coming up with the same old shit. You know what I mean? Victor is always flopping. Where is he flopping, my brother? He don't play. We don't play through the middle of the pitch. I know he's an ugly footballer. He's not a good footballer. I don't know about everyone else. I look around world football. People don't impress me like that. They don't. I could count on two hands at best of world class players, genuine world class players. And that goes for wide attackers, centre forwards, and midfielders. He keeps on flopping. How? We don't pass the ball. We barely pass the ball to him. And then when he does run the channel, he actually does most of the time keep the ball and pass it on. But I don't know what you expected man to do. What, to just run around 3-4 man? Semenyo's out there getting goals for Man City. What do you think he's doing? Do you think Semenyo's getting goals past 3-4 man? Man scoring tap-ins and that. You don't get those opportunities unless you're being supplied, mate. Don't know where this idea comes from where one player has to be our savior. Alvarez comes in, it all changes. It don't change shit. Sorry, Roblox, but it don't change shit. Don't change nothing. Don't change nothing. We've had all different types of strikers. It's the same shit. You will see the odd good performance. Jesus against Inter Milan. Gyökeres against Burnley or whatever. You're going to see that. But most of the time, it's the same shit. And you know what? There has been times where Raya has gone long. I actually think against Brentford, I think Gyökeres had a very good game. Held up the ball very well. He's an ugly footballer, so I don't expect him to run and dribble with the ball. How many of these strikers can run and dribble with the ball? That ego, sorry, I'm going on a bit, but Roblox, to every Arsenal man, woman out there listening, that ego, Jesus, is it, for Brentford? Do you know how many times he's got 14, 15 goals this season? Do you know how many times I've seen these guys who give the ball away against us? These men ain't quality footballers. He ain't running past 2-3, man. He ain't doing that. But anyways, we gave him half a season. Alvarez is playing in La Liga, so he'll be better in the Prem. I hear it. We could use a 4-3-3 attack instead of 4-3-3 defense and replace Zobi with Eze. I mean, my thing is this year. I think that there's got to be different plans in it. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to be a thing where one size fits all. You know, sometimes you are going to have games where, you know, you play both Rice and Zobi and you have a Eze or, what you will call it, or Odegaard. But there are some games where Zobi's going to have to miss out and have Rice play as the 6. Or how about this? Both of them can miss out and then have Norgard as the 6. And maybe Eze Odegaard as the 2 8s. You can do that. You gotta find different. Gotta find different ways, man. You gotta find different ways. But I hear what you're saying, Roblox. I hear what you're saying, man. Madueke is mid. He got two shots against Wolves. I don't even remember those shots, man. I can't lie. Eze can make space and Eze can dribble. Alright, Roblox, answer me this question. Answer me this question. How often do you see Eze dribble in this team? I want to know because Roblox. I keep telling people it's the tactical setup. It's the way we approach. I keep telling people this. Man are telling me Eze can dribble, but he don't. I wonder why, my bro. I wonder why. I know, but he has zero dribbling, always scores tap-ins, which some should be offside. I don't know any Gyökeres goal that he scored that has been offside. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, as my look, you're speaking to a football man here, innit? I would love to have a striker that's great technically and all of these things. Like I would love it, but really and truly, like I don't need my bro. Honestly, like I don't need my striker to dribble. We've got wide attackers and attacking midfielders for that shit. I don't need my like, and it's not even about. Do you know what the funny thing is? It's good to have players, yeah, that's got the individual ability that can do these things in moments. Like it's great. Don't get me wrong, and you need that. You do need that. I just don't think it's the most necessary thing when it comes to a striker. I don't think it is. I don't. You have different horses for courses, and this is what we have. Jokeres is different to Havertz. Havertz is different to Jesus. Jesus is different to Marino. All of these guys are different from each other. And the problem is, we could talk about the quality, but how many different style of strikers do we have to buy? Because remember, Jesus is a dribbler. How many different types of strikers, yeah, do we have to buy? How many players do we have to play in certain positions for us to actually understand? You know what? Maybe it's the way that we play. Maybe it's the way that we play. Semenyo was a winger. I disagree. He's an inside forward. The guy can also play up top. His best attribute is probably shooting on both of his feet. He should be assisting. No, he shouldn't. He shouldn't be assisting. It's not his game. Robles, it's not his game. Just because a man plays on the right and he's got the PMP doesn't mean it should be a winger. I watched the player. He's a shooter for me. He can carry the ball, yeah, sure. He's strong and he's quick. But he ain't no winger for me. He ain't no winger. Now, of course, wide attackers. Even if you are inside forward, there are times you will be required to get crosses in, etc., etc. I do get it, but at the same time, yeah, I hear it. Roblox, a winger can score now and again. Roblox, I hear it, I hear it, but because now it's a system game and the game's got a more complex and a lot more tactical, there are different. Do you know what? No, to be fair, football's always kind of been like this, but especially when it comes to the wide attackers, yeah, there's always different types in it. Now, no matter what style you are, you're always going to be required to do a bit of both. But depending on who you are, you're always going to be leaning one way or another. We got Martinelli in this team, and listen, Martinelli is bro. Martin Kelly. Apologies. Whoa, Martin Kelly. That's his name, because that brother ain't Brazilian. Martin Kelly. He is brain dead, but that's what he is. He's an expensive player. Martinelli at his best, playing for the middle, getting shots off. But he is brain dead. He is brain dead. I'll give you that much. I'll give you that much. But hey, he's been at the club for this long. Not like we haven't had opportunities to move him on. So honestly, man, but their main job is making the run, crossing, and assisting. Roblox, we're just gonna have to agree to disagree, man. We're gonna have to agree to disagree. Because the funny thing is, again, you said Eze is decent though. The funny thing is, Eze was more known for his goal scoring than his assisting when he was at Crystal Palace. That was where match winning goal in a cup final against Man City. Like people need to understand players instead of just a position. There's different ways to play a position. As a centre forward, there's different ways to play that position. You could be the link up man and drop deep and whatnot, but if you're the link up man and you're dropping deep, you shouldn't be expected to score mad goals because you're spending a lot of time out of the area. That is where you play wide attackers who are inside forward that can cut in and shoot, right? Then you have the other type of striker who is more of a physical presence. He can stretch defenses and bring others into play, more so using his strength other than his technical ability. Then you got poachers that just play on the shoulder, don't offer much else. Do you know what I mean? And then you just got the out and out link up man who they might not drop deep, but they will stay on the middle and they will move the ball on in one or two touches. As a striker, there's different ways to play that position. Different ways, you know. Um, Unless you want Eze to play left mid, left wing, I will. Me personally, I'm moving on Trossard and I'm bringing Eze in on that left. But again, at this point of the season, yeah, I just think that he's too. It's too late to be experimenting, man. We should have found a way to get the best out of these players already. Unfortunately, us as Arsenal fans, if we want us to be successful, we need to hope. Well, I'm done with the hoping and praying, but we need to hope and pray that we can stink our way to titles or to a title or to a trophy. That's the only way we're going to do it. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, we can have a football conversation between me and you people, but at the end of the day, Arsenal Football Club ain't going to do fuck all else. Mikel Arteta ain't going to do fuck all else but continue what he's doing. Who doesn't have the ball too much? Are you talking about Gyökeres? I said he limits himself. Who limits himself? Do you know what? Yeah, we have to understand, especially in 2026. Yeah, footballers have limitations. Like Haaland is Haaland is a great goal scorer. He has limitations. Julian Alvarez, I don't know what people think about him, but he has limitations. In fact, I've seen in the little I've watched Atletico Madrid where Alvarez has been the most dangerous is when you can stretch teams, when there's space to run into, and he will run at defenders. Not tight, close control, low block, dribble past 2, 3 man and put it top bins. I don't see that from Alvarez. And that's fine, you know why? All players have their limitations. The GOAT, or what many people consider the GOAT, Lionel Messi, he has a limitation. He ain't big, he ain't strong, he ain't good in the air. And you know, if we're talking technically, he ain't that good at penalties neither. And he's the GOAT. Everyone has their limitations. Every player, every footballer has their limitations. There are some footballers that can come close to being complete. I'm thinking of, off the top of my head, I'm thinking of a Yaya Toure. I might even put a Paul Pogba in that, but even then, defensively, he's a bit suspect. Yaya Toure, off the top of my head, is the only player where I think, I don't think he really has limitations, you know. Because that guy could play centre back, DM, centre mid, attacking mid. I even think he could play centre forward, that brother. But yeah, players have limitations, man. Do you know what I mean? What you think Haaland, what Turkey, and I'm a big fan of Turkey. You think Turkey don't have limitations? Every footballer has limitations. If we have the best centre backs in the world, we're not investing in attackers. We are investing in attackers. It's just that, well, you can argue for the part of it when it comes to Madueke, we're investing in the wrong attackers, and you can argue that the manager's not getting the best out of these attackers. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of our attackers. I don't think we have any great attackers, but I think a Gyökeres, a Trossard, like 5% Martinelli. I think a little bit of Saka. I think these guys are a bit better than what they're showing. I think Arteta is investing on Saliba and Gabriel. He's definitely very reliant on the defense, man. Um, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad thing, but we want a balanced team. Nah, 100%. I'm with you on that one. I'm with you on that one, Roblox. I'm with you on that one. Should we talk a bit about the game? I don't think there's much to talk about, really, people. Make sure you smash the like and subscribe.
We go 1-0 up early, and listen, it's a nice little pass, not pass, but a little cross into Saka. Perfect weight, flat cross, 1-0 ahead. Does the little, the side contact celebration. Kind of cheeky with the way the game ended up, and I think like most games, we just do what we do, and we're flat. I don't think there's any other real highlights of this game but the goals themselves. Um, Listen, if we have wingers who have to shoot, then why do we have strikers? Because, like I explained, Roblox, there's different ways to what do you call it, to play the striker role. There's different ways, and in terms of bringing others into play, that's where with Jokeres he can use his physicality. But then again, but then again, let me think about this. Hmm. Let me think about this. Because remember what I said, yeah? No matter what your function, you would be expected to do a bit of both, but you're always leaning to one way or another. Now, Saka might be an inside forward, but he can cross the ball fairly decently. Do you know what I mean? He can help and supply the strikers. Like I said, I'm not saying that you. I'm not saying wingers have to shoot. I'm saying it depends on the type of play that you are in it. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I've explained that very well, Roblox. Let me know. Let me know. But yeah, man, we score a goal. We just don't really show much else, really. And I think in the first half, Wolves weren't pressing us at all, so we weren't doing the whole play at the back, draw the opposition out. But we just didn't really have nothing. I can't really remember any moments, really. I think there was a chance where Martinelli had a shot and he was offside, but I think we pressed them. They lost the ball. I think Saka was looking for Eze, I think, but Martinelli, him being brain dead, just comes in and just takes it over. Um, and then and then second half, again a bit flat, but we had the moment. Gabriel again, our defenders shoving up for us, and then we just collapse. Boring, hold out for the draw, time wasting, just an embarrassment, really. Embarrassment, just going for the motions, just going for the motions, man. Um, if you play Eze left mid, we'll have three at the back. I don't know, man. I don't think that necessarily has to be the case, man. Me personally, Roblox, I don't think that necessarily has to be the case. Um, I know everyone has limits. He does, but he limits himself too much, bro. I don't know what you mean by limits himself too much. Like, please explain that to me, Roblox. Like, what do you like? If a player can't do something, he just can't do it. You expect him to get the ball and dribble past three man. He just can't do it, my bro. Most players, most good players can't do that, my bro. They just can't. My thing is that with the way that we play, we don't build up through the middle. We don't pass and move. This is how it goes. You got to pass and move. Everything is stiff. Everything is structured, and everything is out wide. So the only hope Jokeres has got is getting on the end of a cross. Or in the times where Raya does go long, he can get to the ball first and play a man on. But when you're hitting long balls, it's a percentage game. There's going to be some games where he's going to meet the ball and he's going to bring down the ball and lay it off, and he's done that many times. But there's also been many times where the ball's gone over his head, or the centre back has got to the ball before him. And of course, I want my striker. If you're going to be the ugly guy that's going to use your physicality, then I want that to matter most of the times. But again, it just is what it is, man. It's just what it is. Big up AFC 87, man. Big up yourself. 9 points out of a possible 21. That's not even top four for the football. Rubbish. Nah, I totally agree, man. I totally agree. Man's gonna live Victor Groceries. Listen, I can't be mad at a footballer when I just don't really rate him. I can't get mad at you for that. I can't. I just can't. I take players for what they are, not what I want. I don't try to put players into my image. I take players for what they are. I know he's a poor footballer. I know what he is. I know the things that he's supposed to be good at. The problem is with the way that we play, doesn't allow him to show the things that he's good at. Don't first time finishes striking the ball. Our wide attackers, yeah, don't even know when they're in control of the ball half the time. Especially when you're talking about Martinelli and Madueke. So if the wide attackers can't even keep control of the ball, if they don't even know what they're doing with the ball, how the hell is Jokovic supposed to know to read whether the cross is going to come in? Are they going to cut it back? Are they going to cut it across goal? I've seen it way too many times this season. Unfortunately, we've got a limited striker. He's physical, so he can bring others into play using his physicality. Do you know what I mean? But that only really happens if you hit it long, and we don't really play like that. So I just I can't really be mad at Jokeres. I can't. I know he's a poor footballer. I know there's probably better out there, but sorry guys, like this is you make your bed, you lay in it, innit? Like this is the signing that we made. I have bigger concerns on my wide attackers than the midfield, in my personal opinion, man. For me, Saka was the best man against Wolves, and that's not even saying much, man. That's not even saying much. AFC 87 saying the mentality of this manager stinks, and this is reflected on the pitch with the players getting him out of the club. Yeah, I understand, man. I just, you know my thing already, man. There's when it comes to manager out convos, there's no point talking about it midway through the season. You already know my thoughts on that guy, man. He's a fucking coward. He's got an idea and he's stuck with it. So even if we do end up winning the league, I can't be happy or enjoy or look forward to the future because I know he's just gonna do he's gonna do the same thing that got him the success. If we end up being successful this way, that ain't gonna work long term. You might can get away with it for a season. You're not gonna get away with it long term, man. If you're expected to do both, again, why then why is Jokeres good in your play? I never said he's good, my bro. I never said he's good. I never said he's good. I think okay, Roblox. Understand the angle that I'm coming from. Footballers in 2026 don't impress me. They just don't. So that's why I'm not. Especially when it comes to Jokeres, who this is his first season. I'd rather go out guys, yeah, like Martinelli, who's been there for a long time, like the Shackers, like the odd. I'd rather go after those guys because I know they've been there for a minute. I'd rather do that. But again, because I see that the way that we play, the way we set up, doesn't suit most of our players, I'm kind of sick and tired of talking about the players, man. I said this yesterday. I was on a stream with Motion with Sports. Make sure you guys go over there and subscribe, man. Motion with Sports, man. Big up them guys over there. But it's like they said to me, "Oh, talk to me about your courage," and I'm like, "Bro, I'm sick and tired of talking about the players, my bro." Because Roblox, you have to Roblox. Ask yourself this question. Ask yourself this question: whether it's been Havertz up top, whether it's been Marino up top, whether it's been Jesus up top, or whether it's been Jokeres up top, are we genuinely exciting to watch? Do you see these players? I'm talking about this season. Do you see these players get 5 chances in a game? I want to know whether it's Eze, Marino, Odegaard, whoever is in midfield. I just want to know whoever plays. Do you genuinely see the difference in the way that we play? Do you? I want to know, Roblox. Whoever we play, do you genuinely see a real difference? Because I don't. That's why I can't keep talking about players. Look, we can it was a howler from Raya yesterday. I know I said I can't keep talking about the players, but of course I got a comment on the match in it. It was a howler from Raya yesterday. I'll admit that. It was a big howler. Let me get the charger in, people. One sec. Get that in. Yeah, it was a big howler from Raya, man. You should see that Gabriel's there. He's got no Wolves player around. Like you can't just jump out. Can't just jump out, man. Like That was poor. And again, one too many long shots. I don't know whether it's Raya's height or his reach. I don't know, but we're conceding one too many long shots. We really need to shut that out and close that down, man. We're supposed to be a good defensive side. We can't be allowing these long shots. You know, he doesn't have the ball for too long. Who are you talking about? Jokeres Roblox. Let me know. Let me know. All players have a lot more potential. I don't know about a lot. I don't know about a lot, but you know what I mean. You could defo get more out of these guys, man. Could defo get more of these guys. Arsenal are known for possession. No, 100%. You know, but we were able to attack from central areas. And remember that first time we challenged for the title, we started blitzing teams and whatnot. Teams actually adapted. Teams adapted, but because we had Xhaka, who was a good passer of the football, Zinchenko was a good passer of the football, Odegaard that season was on fire, Partey at DM was a good passer of the ball. I think, yeah, it's gonna sound mad, but I think our technical base that season was higher than our technical base this season. But again, it's just yeah, Martinelli brain dead, man. Um, I was Arteta in now. I don't know what to choose. Well, me personally, I can't be asked with the Arteta in Arteta out stuff, man. We could do it at the end of the season. All I can tell you is that I don't trust the guy, and I don't know how. I don't know how you can fail for six years straight, but yet still have the faith from the fan base like this. It's crazy. This is why I think this fan base we've been not bamboozled, we've been hypnotized. We have been hypnotized because I don't get it. I don't get it. It's his first season. I know, but Jokeres was amazing last season. I know, but again, like a lot of people are shocked, and you're saying why is he bad now? Bad in what sense? Because if you're saying technically, I think he's always been technically bad. Like I watched him for Sporting in a few games, and before him coming in, I just knew he was an ugly footballer. But he brought in something different. He had a different type of physicality about him, and for the life of me, he can strike a ball with anger. I think he's hit the post a good like 5 6 times this season. I think who was it the other day? Do you know what? I don't want to use an example from Wigan, but I think it was in that game where it's like he's at a tight angle when he strikes the ball, tight angle and it hits the guy can strike a ball, and I think that's and with vim, you understand, with viciously, and that's something that I don't think Jesus, Havertz, and Marino has. You know, he had a lot of time to transition. Well, what I don't like in football these days, yeah. 1 second, bro. What I don't like about football these days, yeah, is that footballers are having to adapt to the system. And like you said, Roblox, yeah, you say that he had a lot of time to transition. Do you know what I mean? But Arteta's had a lot of time to figure shit out, but people still believe in him. And Arteta should have figured out, but by now, you got to play a different way when you have a Jokeres up top. And don't get me wrong, I think there's been an effort to do so at times, but it's not good enough, man. It's not good enough. It really isn't. Um, all the strikers you said are bad. Havertz is all right. Again, Victor flops. Well, he's our top goal scorer this season. Roblox. I don't know, man. It's just the man in the dugout. The man in the dugout. Don't get me wrong. Of course, I want better than Jokeres. Like I don't rate Jokeres, but when you actually get balls into him, into the channel, loft them up, when you actually put crosses into him or pass into him, the guy looks like he can get shots off first time or his second touch. Like at the end of the day, we spent a lot of money and put this brother on big wages, man. Like, you gotta work with it. It's not every single thing. It's not every single thing, not every single position. Buy new, buy new, buy new. No, we had a chance. We went with Gyökeres. We gotta make it work. And if you ask me, it's the wide attackers and a little bit of that midfield that's giving me the most concern. Honestly, when it comes to the players, but most importantly, again, Roblox. When your fullbacks are closer to the goal than your wide attackers, my bro, it's a problem. Not all the time, majority of times, but it's a problem, my bro. It's a problem. Sorry, but it's what it is, man. He can do the job. I know he ain't the best. Um, at one point we had Perez, Henry, Freddie Lundberg. Yeah, I know, but Thierry Henry don't exist today. I don't even think Bobby Perez existed today. Much as I like a cover of shit, I tell you what, maybe it does. But yeah, Thierry Henry don't exist. Vieira's, they don't exist. You know what I mean? Now we have crap. Yeah. Vieira don't exist. Vieira don't exist no more. There's not one midfielder in world football. Yeah, in terms of the mode of midfielder that Vieira was, there's not one player in world football that's like him. Not one. The two best midfielders, Vitinho and Pedri, and these men ain't physical like Vieira. They can't tackle like Vieira. And Vieira was technically sound. I used to watch Vieira get the ball on his chest, flick it over one man, flick it over a next man, take it down sublimely, and play through passes. Ain't no motherfucking midfielder in the world can do that today. And I think Pedri's an absolute baller, Vitinho as well. I think these guys would shine even in the olden days. But bro, like players that we once had, they don't but the same quality don't exist. The reason we believe in Arteta is because we are normally second. But why does hold on, explain to me, Roblox. Why does being second give you belief? I'm so confused. I'm so confused, man. Talk to me, man. Talk to me. Talk to me. At Roblox, no one's playing how they should. No one's playing how they should. So I can't do the scapegoat thing no more. No one's playing well. And if our situation was very different in terms of the points on the table, people will be saying, "Oh well, nobody's performing, therefore it's the manager's fault." Nobody's playing well, my guy. Nobody. Nobody's playing well. That's why I keep on looking at them. I keep looking at the man in the dugout. No one's playing well. We will have 14 points after this season. I ain't so sure. I ain't so sure about that. I am not so sure. I can't lie, yeah. Pick up everyone, man. Listen, make sure you smash the like and subscribe and that, yeah. If we win this league, it will be one of the biggest crimes in football ever. Or in my lifetime, should I say. Because to play the way that we've been playing and be top of the league, it's embarrassing. We're getting away with murder here, people. You know what? Do you know, yeah, that after we are currently on 58 points. Do you know that after game week 27, Liverpool were on 66? 8 points better off. Do you know, yeah, that with 300 million spent and a complete squad, do you know we're only 4 points better off than last season? 7 players, people. Roblox. 7 players. 300 blood clot million spent, and the best you can do is 4 points better off. Keep saying it. And again, like I said, I did speak about the mistake from Raya. I forgot to mention, Zubamendi goes missing in these games. Zubimendi goes missing in these games and he barely gets taken off. Free, hey, listen, free my guy, Norgard. Free Norgard, man. Because he can actually play a pass, a long range one. Free Norgard. Don't know why Zubi plays so much. He looks shattered. Timber's limping from the first half. Bringing Ben White out, cool. Ben White might be cooked, but we like versatility. I thought Mosquera can play right back. No, but that's besides the point. I didn't believe England could win the Euros. I think we'll be in and around there in the last stages. I don't think we could win the Euros. But that's besides the point. You got there, fucking win, mate. I ain't with these excuses. And you believe Arsenal can win the Prem. Can we? I don't believe. No, I don't believe in Arsenal. Can we win it? Yeah, but it will be by default. It will be by sheer luck. Not because we did anything great. I'm sorry. And obviously, as us as Arsenal fans, we get a bit personally attacked and be like, "Oh, you're only saying that because Arsenal are top of the league." No, watch us. We're shit. And Roblox, I know you've been here for a while. I've been complaining about these same things from October. From October, people. What was I being told? Oh, but we're just that good at set pieces. We're 10 points ahead. We're 7 points ahead. We're 4 points ahead. Now, by the end of the weekend, we're currently 5 points ahead, right? By the end of the weekend, our best possible situation is 5 points ahead. And that's with Man City having a game in hand and us having to go to Etihad. We don't win at Etihad. So you see what I'm saying? Everyone is so inconsistent. We should have blew this league out the water to the point where 11 games to go. This isn't even a conversation. Okay, we dropped points to Wolves. So flipping what? We're 10, 12 points ahead. I was told when we drew against Nottingham Forest away, I was told it was a good draw. The fuck? It's only now that we drew against the bottom place team in the league. Now all of a sudden people want to ask questions. But where the fuck was you when we drew against Nottingham Forest? Where the fuck was you when we lost against United? Where was you when we drew against Liverpool? Where were you when we drew 2-2 against Sunderland? Oh, but Stadium Live is a difficult stadium to go to. Fuck out of here. We're supposed to be the best team in the league. I don't give a fuck if Sunderland are doing well. You win that game. And you don't do that by making one sub all game, and the only sub you make is a centre back. You don't do that. You take risk. Players are playing poorly. Martinelli was playing poorly yesterday. Take him off. Zubimendi was non-existent. Take him off. Take Rice off if you need to. Man. I came into the stream calm, fam, but all of a sudden, man, I'm raging and I'm shouting again, people. You know what I mean? Once again, make sure you smash that like, man, and subscribe button. Make sure you're heading over to Motion with Sports as well, man. Go subscribe over there, man. But, bro, it's mess right now. It's all a mess. And there's many things. There's individuals, there's mentality, there's quality. But I really do think that the biggest issue is the man in the dugout. And not the man itself, but how we set up, the way we play. This is all by him. And I keep hearing people saying, oh, but Arteta doesn't want us to play like this. Yeah, no, sorry. I'm not buying that. Yeah, you don't do shit. It's just like for like shit. Like for like shit. Saka was only played in the middle because Calafiori is made of glass and he put him in there And then he said, "Oh, you know what? Let's try it again against Wolves." But during the game, you don't take risks like playing Skelly midfield. You don't take risks like not having Zubi and and Rice on the pitch, and maybe having a Norgard Eze combination in midfield, or Norgard Eze Zubimendi, or no, like it's just frustrating, man. And it gets to the point. I know I was raging and I was shouting, but it just gets to the point where I get a bit apathetic to the situation. It gets to the point where I no longer want to scapegoat players. You got players that thrive more when they're more in central areas, but we have Martinelli having to hold the width. We learned that Ethan, we could have dealt with him now. He was played very well as an inside forward, but all of a sudden in his development, you want to make him into a central player. And I know we always say, oh, in the 10, in the 10. I keep saying in the 10. We play with a 4-3-3. Most of the time, we play with two eights. So that's not Ethan trying to play as a 10, that's Ethan trying to play as an 8. When he's coming to the first team and he's shined on the right wing, I don't get it. I just don't get it. Why is our wingers always having to hold the width? Why? I don't get it. Why is our fullbacks, and I'm gonna keep, and you know what, I'm gonna come here every single time and I'm gonna keep saying the same things. Why is it that our fullbacks are closer to the goal than our wide attackers? Why? Why is it that when we build up, all the combinations are in wide areas? Why? We have become so easy to defend against. So easy. We should be at least 8 points ahead. I say 12. I say 12. Liverpool are 8 points better off this time last season than us. And then City's another 5 points behind. That's 30. We should be 13 points ahead. That is what champions looks like. Not fucking fighting life and death against Wolves. No time wasting in the 89th minute against Wolves. Fuck out of here, man. All Arteta does is sub 3 defenders in. We ain't taking risks. Nah, facts. Big facts, man. Absolute big facts. But look, big up everyone in the building, man. Big up Roblox, man. It's been a good conversation. You get me? We would agree to disagree on certain things. Do you know what I mean? And it's not to say that players are not to blame. It's not to say that we can't do better than a Jokeres, etc., etc. But I'm tired of blaming players now. This manager's had over 30 players to manage. Over 30 of them. And you still can't get it right. It just gets to the point where it's like, when is it that as a fan base can actually look at the man in the dugout? Not that he's a bad manager, like he's not, but all of this, oh, he's got us challenging this man, it's a good team. It's not fucking good enough, mate. It's not good enough for Arteta. This has been failure. This period under this manager, apart from the first 6 months, has been nothing but failure. No matter how people want to mix it, oh, but we was in the mud. Look at the state of the squad. I don't give a fuck. Nobody gets to fail like this. Nobody gets to fail like this. And you know what? He was actually doing well at one point. We was actually a good attacking team. All you had to do was improve the individuals. But no, you shut the bed. Oh, that and using your squad better. But no, you shut the bed. You shut the bed, run the same players into the ground, and now certain men ain't looking at what they used to. We've seen a better version of Martinelli. You've seen a better version of Saka. Gets to the point where it's like, bro, when can we point the finger? Because let's not lie, Roblox. You said yesterday weren't on the manager, it was on the players, but now it's like, oh, Arteta does sub 3 defenders in Roblox. Big up yourself, my guy. But which one is it, my brother? You get me? Which one is it? You get me? But it's a multifaceted problem. It's not just on the manager. But when I see us play the same ways, yeah, when I see us play the same ways, I can't help but
look at the man in the dugout, man. I'll be real. I said, I'll tell fuck attackers. We're set piece FC. We get headers with defenders, and we only care about Saliba and Gabriel. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I don't get the logic of why we do what we do. But listen, big up yourself, Roblox. Big up yourself, people, man. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Make sure you guys are smashing the like and subscribe. Make sure you guys are headed over to Motion with Sports. Do you know what I mean? Give them a follow. Give them a sub. I should say. Do you know what I mean? I could ramble on for another half an hour. I can't lie, people. But wait, it just be the same old shit. But this is a bit like therapy for me, man. And you know what? I'm gonna log this off. I'm gonna forget a few things, and I'll probably be back tomorrow to complain to you guys even more. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, look, the rest of the season is gonna be stinky. You know what I mean? Yeah. Other people, they're gonna hope and pray that we just get over the line. Me, I'm just like, may the chips fall where they may. And if we win, great. If we don't, then whatever. It is what it is, man. But yeah, now big up yourself, man. Peace, Roblox, and you know my thing already, people.